Welcome to Hey, We're Talking. It's me, Scotty D, with my good friends, Mr. Red Headphones himself.
Hey, it's me, Derek.
And the classic white tee.
Hey, it's Bob.
You know, I wish I had something. I had something that I wore on every show, and then we could say the guy with this. But I don't.
The guy with the gray hair.
Yeah, gray hair guy. Hey, the guy who looks old. Hey, what's up, jackass? All right. Anyway, welcome to Hey,
We're Talking.
We're
Hung
Talking.
up on that, Scott. You need to stop.
He's brought it up. See, Derek, every time you say something,
you're hung on it.
I get offended by you. You need to be more gentle with your words. All right. This week on Hey, We're Talking, it's Friday, so you know what that means. It's Top 5 Friday. And I don't know if any of you knew this, but we're literally days away from Super Bowl XLI.
51.
Yeah, 51. 51-50. Yeah! Sorry. That was Van Halen reference.
That's like an 80s hair day that just came back out of nowhere. You can tell how old he is.
We should do a show about my 80s hair bands someday because you love telling the story of me listening to Stryper. That's one of your favorites.
Yeah. Scott and I were on a hangout a while back, and I just started playing Stryper at random, and he's like,
no, you didn't. So
he just starts singing like that as well.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. So today we're going to be talking about the top 5 quarterbacks. Not really. We're going to talk about more than 5 of them, but you know how that goes because, you know, Bob did the research. So Bob actually put together if you can believe this, he put together a spreadsheet for us. It's actually kind of bizarre that he would do that, but he put a spreadsheet together.
Yeah, and in the list it's actually 25 quarterbacks because I needed to get your quarterback in there, Scott. So
I noticed your quarterback's nowhere to be found on that list.
Yeah, all 4 of them are not on there.
Okay. All right, so we are going to start out with the actual top 5 quarterbacks, and we're going based on their QB rating, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so I'll let you go down the list, Bob. Go ahead and tell us who they are. The top 5.
So top 5. Number 1, Matt Ryan, 117.1 QB rating. Number 2, Tom Brady, 112.2 QB rating. Number 3, Dak Prescott, 104.9. Sounds like a like an oldies radio
104.9 Prescott Radio.
That's good. Aaron Rodgers at number
screw that guy.
5, 104.2. And Drew Brees. Gosh, that dude is just for an old dude, just killing it still. 101.7.
That was 6 that you just mentioned. But those are the only ones in the hundreds.
No, that was 5 right there. Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Dak Prescott.
Yeah. I'm sorry. See, I'm looking at the spreadsheet, and the number 1 column just has
always
the
header.
Yeah, it's the header.
It's always the header. You got to have that up there.
One of the things that you'll notice, though, I was kind of looking through this, and you only did people that had a certain number of attempts at throwing. How many?
Yeah, it was like 389, I think, was the lowest one. And the reason I did that is just for the fact that you've got some people that came in temporarily and threw 5 passes, 10 passes.
Like a trick play.
Yeah, DeMarcus Murray came in there, threw one touchdown, 1 pass on like a flea flicker or something crazy.
Right.
And, you know, he had a higher rating. So we just did it with, I think it was 389 attempts. So that was the majority of the people.
Well, I think it's appropriate that Tom Brady and Matt Ryan are number 1 and 2. They are going to be in the Super Bowl, so I have no problem there. They've both been just absolutely incredible all season. I haven't really gotten a chance to see Matt Ryan play a whole lot because he's on the Falcons, and the Falcons are not really like one of those nationally featured teams. But we've definitely seen a lot of Tom Brady this year, and dude's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
He is. I mean, you put all the other crap behind your personal feelings for the team, and you put as much as everybody says, oh, he always cheats, they always cheat this and this and that, he still puts up the numbers. So as a quarterback, put all the other stuff behind. As a quarterback, if you look at his numbers, you're like, dude, whoever this person is amazing. And you see a name attached to it.
The thing that's so bizarre about people hating Tom Brady the way they do is Tom Brady was like a total scrub pick in the NFL draft. I mean, he was like picked in the 6th round or something, 7th round even maybe. I don't remember exactly, but he was way down the list. And he became he is one of, or not the best quarterback in the NFL now. I think it was until last year, it was kind of like a toss-up between he and Peyton. But the truth is, Peyton only beat them that one time, to get to the Super Bowl. So in the showdowns that they had, Tom Brady's he's just one of those guys that the truth is, you should be, if you're an everyday person, and you just feel like you're an everyday guy, everyday gal, you should be excited when somebody like Tom Brady is this successful. And it has a lot to do with the system, but obviously he's been coached, he's learned, he's worked very hard. But a lot of people hate him. I get it in one way, but in the other way, I'm just kind of like, why does everybody hate Tom Brady?
But think about this. How many people hated Michael Jordan when he was dominant? There was a lot of people. How many people hate LeBron James because he's been dominant?
I
still think he's very good, but I don't like him as a person. He's great on the court, but people that are successful, people tend to hate them.
If they're not on your team. Yeah, when they're not on your team, you do hate them. Just like I hate Aaron Rodgers. If he played for the Lions, I would love him.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate. You're throwing a lot of hate out there, Scott.
I'm throwing
don't
shade.
Get defensive.
I'm throwing shade.
Don't get defensive. But
I'm not.
Well, that's a lot of hate. I'm a Cowboys fan, and I noticed that my boy Dak Prescott, number 3, which I think is just amazing for a lower. He's a rookie, drafted kind of like in the 4th round. Wasn't really expected to do much. Just kind of maybe back up Mr. Tony Romo, and then Tony Romo gets hurt again. I say that. Everyone makes fun of how fragile Tony Romo is, but if any one of us ever set foot on the football field and took a hit from even a high school football player, we would be like really hurt. We'd be super injured.
Yeah.
The thing is with Tony Romo's injuries, it's not like they were minor injuries. Broke his collarbone. It's a major injuries.
Broke his back.
Yeah, he's out for a major injury. It's not like Jay Cutler to where, oh, my thumb hurts this week. Oh, my pinky hurts this week. Seriously, I mean, he's been a mess just because, his throwing thumb. I get it, but most people wrap it and throw the ball. That's just what they do, or wear a special glove and throw the ball.
Yeah,
so
Stafford.
It's a big difference.
Stafford broke basically like the tendon on the very top of his middle finger on his throwing hand. And they just made this little thing to go. So that last knuckle, the tendon broke basically. He hit it on a helmet, and that was the last 3 or 4 games of the season. And they just made a little thing, and he played with it. And it was what ended up happening was he couldn't grip the ball with all of his fingers, so he was throwing with just 3 fingers and a thumb.
Right. And what team does he play for?
The Detroit Lions. Matthew Stafford.
Oh. And
he's from Highland Park, Texas.
Where was he on the list?
Bob said he's number 13. He's right below Ryan Tannehill, which is bizarre to me. Stafford had a 93.3 QB rating, and I'm going to tell you, listen, he was up in the 100 before that injury. It affected his game, it really did, because he ended up throwing more interceptions while he was injured than he did most of the year. I think he had about 3 or 4 interceptions in that last stretch.
But if you look at his yards, man, 4,327 yards. And that's a lot of yards. I mean, Tom Brady didn't have that many yards.
Ryan has almost 5,000 yards, dude.
Dude, Drew Brees, 5,208 yards.
That is insanity.
Yeah.
And their team sucked.
Yeah, but he still threw the ball.
Well, that's part of the
touchdowns, 15 interceptions.
That's part of the thing that people always bring up is if your team sucks and they're always behind, your QB is going to have a huge number of yards because they're always trying to catch up. And I think that was partially the case with Drew Brees, but the Saints are always going to throw the ball. That's like their bread and butter.
Well, that's what we're in now. We're in an NFL that throws the ball. I mean, that's let's score points. Years ago, 4 or 5 years ago, everybody was just trying to grab, in fantasy football, they were trying to grab running backs because everybody wanted to build a running game. That slowly went away as receivers and tight ends got bigger and they became blocking and receiving tight ends. And that all changed. Now it's all about scoring points. So we're going to see a lot of numbers change over the years. I guess the biggest argument for me in this whole list, who is the MVP, Tom Brady or Matt Ryan?
Oh, I got to say, I bet you what's going to end up happening. I think personally it probably should be Matt Ryan. But I think the fact that Tom Brady was suspended for the first 4 games of the year for Deflategate, for footballs that were slightly deflated, I just get the feeling that the press is going to want to stick it to Goodell, and they're going to pick. I don't know if that's how it works in the NFL. Do they pick the MVP, or is it like how do they choose the MVP?
I think it's sports writers. I think. I have a thought, maybe that probably Derek Carr of the Oakland Raiders probably should be the MVP because they were doing so good until he got hurt, and then when he got hurt, they sucked.
Yeah,
they were terrible, and so I feel like his presence definitely made a huge impact. All right?
By the way. Marcus Mariota, same thing. Broken leg, just like Derek Carr. And the Titans were threatening to get into the playoffs also before he got hurt. And they're not that far apart, actually. Whoa!
Uh-oh!
There it is!
It's the Ooga horn! That's, you know what time it is. It's time for the Hey We're Talking shout-out. And this week, we're shouting out Tobacco Frank. Hey, Frank! Farmer, what did you call him? Farmer what?
Oh, Farmer Fred.
Farmer Fred.
He listens to all our shows, he says.
Thanks, Frank. Now we're going to know for sure if you listen to our shows.
Yeah, we appreciate you listening, though.
Yeah. So, hit that horn one more time, and... My
iPad shut off.
Oh, I got technical difficulties. Ridiculous.
I got to remember it. There it is.
There you go. So that's the Hey We're Talking Hooga horn. It's our shout out of the day.
Auga.
Auga. All right, listen.
Derek's going to correct this every single time.
I completely interrupted you, Derek, but I just wanted to point out, because you also have ties to Tennessee, that Derek Carr was just a few behind. Mariota was just a few behind Derek Carr. Go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't even remember. Well, no, I know what I was going to say is that when Brady was out for those first 4 games, they still went 3-1 with their backup guy.
They had Garoppolo, and then they had another guy because Garoppolo got hurt.
Was it Brissett? Jimmy Brissett?
Yeah, something like that.
Bruce Brissett? I don't know.
Bruce.
I don't know.
Okay.
And I guess we haven't really talked much about Aaron Rodgers because I know how much you hate him.
I hate him.
But he was number 4 on the list.
If he was on my team, I'd love him, but I do hate him because I'm a Bears fan and they're totally horrible. And of course, up north you got the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, he actually acted like a little jerk when they lost to Atlanta because Atlanta pounded the Packers. I mean, they literally pounded them, and he acted like a little baby. He reminded me of Jay Cutler.
Hey, but that was a great flop, by the way.
It was that guy who acted like he got hit by him. That was pretty amazing. Yeah. Derek, go ahead. We're talking over you like a bunch of jerks. Go ahead. We're acting like Aaron Rodgers.
Well, I guess the argument in the sports world is basically it goes down who's better, Tom Brady versus Aaron Rodgers. But I got to side. I know that Aaron Rodgers had his incredible run this season where they came back. They had a huge winning streak. But you got to give it to Tom Brady, I think. I mean, he's just on an incredible run. What is he going into his 17th Super Bowl now?
I think it's something like 99th or something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and 51st playoff game in Super Bowl 51.
There you go. Wow. Look out. This is ripe for an Atlanta Falcons upset, by the way, just so everybody knows. All this stuff, everything is surrounding the Patriots and how great they are and what an amazing franchise they are. But I would like to point out that there was a Super Bowl that the Patriots were in, that everybody thought, oh, the Patriots are going to win this one. And Eli Manning throwing that football to the guy, and he caught it on the side of his helmet. There you go. So it could happen.
And that guy's nobody. That's the only thing he's known for. I don't even think he's in the league anymore.
No, he's not. I don't even remember his name. See, the silence speaks volumes
helmet.
there.
Sorry, helmet guy.
Sorry, helmet guy. All right, we got to wrap up the show.
Tyrese?
Yeah, it might be. No, I don't know. Who knows?
I don't know.
I'm hoping Matt Ryan gets that MVP. I mean, looking at the stats compared to Tom, give it to Matt Ryan.
38 touchdowns and 7 interceptions, and then Brady has 28 touchdowns and 2 interceptions.
And that's 4 games different.
That's just sick. That's sickening.
I mean, both guys have done a great job. Really, what it's going to come down to is whoever wins the Super Bowl is going to be crowned the MVP.
You think? I think they vote on that before the Super Bowl, I think.
I don't know.
Okay. We're a wealth of knowledge here on Hey We're Talking. We really know the rules of football well.
The Super Bowl in 2 days.
Super Bowl. On that note, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Please like or share or do whatever you got to do. Check us out on Facebook. Hey, We're Talking. Just type that in the little thing on the top there, and it'll pop up, and you can follow us on Facebook. And head on over to our website, heywe'retalking.com, and send us emails at heywe'retalking@gmail.com. And someday, if we're ever active on Twitter and Instagram, at Hey We're Talking. We appreciate you. And let us know if you'd like us to send out the Hey We're Talking Auga horn shout out to you.